What's up, guys? Mixing it up today from the firewood content. We're looking at a fire pit design that's getting out of hand. The firewood is going to go in the middle there, and I'm debating on whether to wrap this with rings going down or wrap this with rings going up. The original design was to look like this. The original design was going to do that. It's hard to draw a circle with your hand. What's up, guys? We're just hanging out here by the fire pit design, waiting for some inspiration. Help me with this design, would ya? What's up, Dominic, Rory, Dominic Toretto? Oh, dog. Doggy, what's up, doggy? Metal pole. Yo, Funk Night Ford up. What'd you call me? It's not that big, but it's gonna be. Let's go. Who's playing Fortnite right now? I'm not. Funk Ops. That's why they call me that. Isn't that crazy? Oh, we lost them all. Everyone left. Yo, Funk Ops, what up? Mateo, what's up? This welding hat does not fit well because I have a Funk Ops hair. Yep, we're just chilling, brainstorming, looking at this fire pit. Yeah, go on. Where's your milk? Back up. I have a goat. If you know me here for very long, I had a wild goat show up. Baka! Here! Baka! Come here, Baka! She's kind of wild. She doesn't have a fence, she doesn't have a home, she just roams around. Come here! Baka! I named her Paka because she's my alpaca. Alright, back to the back. pretty cool, huh? The goal was to make this array of pipe completely continuous, but unfortunately, it's looking like I don't have enough, but I can get more. I'm thinking that what I'll do is I'll cut as much of these as I can, and then I'll space them out evenly, and then I'll fill in the gap with something else. I don't know what. Is that cool? Tell me it's cool, please. Someone just say it's cool. Wow! Oh, you're a doggy, so cute. I know, Log's the best. Let's show Loggy. Hi, Log. Cluck, cluck. Gucci, 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 goo. Gucci, goo. Gucci, goo. I love you. Gucci. What the gooch, man? Does that look crazy? Tell me it's crazy. Wouldn't that be pretty cool if it was all in one continuous circle? And then wire meshed bowl, and then fire pit. That was the original idea, but I don't know if I have enough pipe now. Now what I thought about doing was making it look like a peacock when you look down at it, where the back is those fanned out like it's feathered, and then maybe make the front something else. Just hanging out. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, Mom, what are you doing? Stop it. pretty cool, huh? Yeah. What I really wanted to do, what's up guys, just looking at a fire pit here. So I got some firewood here. As you know, I'm the firewood, the chainsaw guy, Chainsaw Cody, that does chainsaw tips, and I own a firewood business, but here is the firewood. This is sitting here like this, all cute and whatnot. And then the goal was to have these wrap around all the way. Wrap around. You go circle the camera. Around. Oh my god, like that. Around all the way. Hey, I do a circle. And what I wanted to do with this, well, I welded all these together. See, these are all separate. These are all separate. Hang on. Oh, there's Paca. So I want to be on camera. Then I wanted to go out here with this, but I have not really enough height. Do another film around it, but for seating. What I just did earlier is I twisted these. Which look pretty cool. rings-ish. Oh, that's right. That was missing one. That adds a little more character to it. When you twist it like that, they all look curved. Wow. This is my first time trying an art project. That's why I like This is my first attempt at a art project. Artish. Look what I made. This is so funny. In the process of me making this fire pit, look what this is. This is a flute. Let's see what the air compressor does to it. Spraying air in this right now, sorry it's loud. I thought it was freaking weird that I made a flute like you do in like 3rd grade out of straws. That's not how it works. Oh, Atlanta. How do I keep on an Indio? What you do on my room? That could be a vibe. There you go. now I gotta, I put this bar in there so it would stay 90 the other way. Now that looks different. I like that. Someone hold this for me so I can look at it. Boy up. Just doing this project made me realize gave me much more appreciation to artists. Art is really hard. Doing anything that has to do with art is hard. A lot of things in the world are very like one way or the highway. Plumbing, electrical, HVAC, writing, working at a grocery store. It's like one way. You just do the thing and it's, everyone knows what needs to be done. And they expect it and they get it and they come back and they keep. But art is like, people don't want to know what, people don't want to be surprised. Feelings and emotions, inspired, something different that's out of the ordinary. That's why they won't seek it, because it's not like that they do this thing. And to create that is hard. And I have a very artistic sense in general, but I've never created. Like people would say like, oh, he runs his fire. Actually, I don't. But that one, that's cool. Now I think we're on some dog. Now disregard the bar sticking through. That's just to keep it balanced the other way. But I like that. I like it. Dog. You guys, I had a really cool idea for a table. Or no, sorry, a fire pit. We're gonna get into fire pits more. I had a cool idea. So the goal with that design, see the first design I didn't like because this can get full, these holes can get full of stuff, but I'm gonna put wire mesh over it, like this stuff here, this expanded steel. But the goal of this design was really a cool idea. I thought was, I want people to see the fire when they're far away from it. So look at those pipes right there. So when that thing's burning a fire, and when I'm done, we're gonna light it on fire and see how it burns. They'll see the flames at night shooting out of there, and hopefully it'll make a ring of light around the fire pit. This thing is cool. Look at that. Little metal fire pit. I plan on selling it for around well over $1,000. I know it sounds like a lot, like people just go buy a $60 fire pit, but this is more like art than just something you buy at Wilco. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep setting this up. I'm gonna keep setting this up and just repeat this pattern until it's complete, and that won't waste too much pipe. Burn you so much. We got a lot more now. So now we'll put this over there. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate the likes and love and all the support. YouTube's one of my favorite platforms for sure. The best crowd and best algorithm, and it's hard. YouTube's hard. What's up, guys? Feedback's the one on my way too. What are you talking about? You got static or something? Oh, let me turn this off. That's probably the fan. Is that better? Let's move you guys over here because you can look right at this fire pit. That's crooked as hell. What's funny is like I'm trying to make YouTube long form as well right now on this fire pit, but without someone filming you on for YouTube long form and like really focusing on the shots and what you're doing, it's really hard to film long form YouTube. And honestly, there's obviously the money is in long form YouTube, but it's the hardest animal to catch. I'm missing one. Then I can go. I will be right back, y'all. I'm gonna go grab a fresh beverage and well, now it's so busy here. I think I'll stay. Oh, hang on, let me do some illegal activities off camera first. Yeah, this is a fire pit. This is a fire pit in the making. Like the live, guys, and sign up for some chainsaw content. I'm working on this, and it's a lot of cuts. This is already one. Let's see, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20, 30, 40. Probably about 80 cuts so far. We're about 80 cuts. That one's so messed up. Yep. So we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 more of these. 3.5. I get 4 at each pole. So 4. Man, I'm gonna fall short, I think. Art is one of the hardest things to focus on. When you're building art like this and you're trying to cause or invoke a reaction or something beyond just, hey, I built a square fire pit. Like, I see the most generic fire pits and it pisses me off that no one sits and makes something out of old metal. Like, I'm gonna make, this is out of old irrigation pipe that would never be used again. Is it a waste of pipe? Sure. Is it a transformation? Yes. There's metal yards all over the world that have such good old rusty metal to make things out of. So I'm going to make things out of irrigation pipe. I'm going to make things out of rebar. I'm going to make things out of horseshoes, and I'm going to make things out of railroad ties, or not railroad ties, train track steel. You're going to see me make the world's first 2,000-pound cantilever table ever seen out of train tracks. I have to buy a very special acetylene torch just to cut it. Well, not special, but big, powerful. Thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate you guys being here. Like the live, if you get a chance. Stop by the page, check out some of my videos. It's been a long time since I posted shorts on YouTube, but we're back. I'm gonna go live a bunch more, and we're gonna focus on transitioning the firewood business into fire pits and firewood racks and other more different applications. Like, I'm gonna get into building outdoor fire pits and stoves for people that want outdoor fireplaces with a contractor and a masonry, and then do some metal work. So there's a place where I'm going to go, and I'm going to buy about 1,000 old rusty horseshoes and make a horseshoe fire pit out of horseshoes. It's going to be the shape of a horseshoe, made out of horseshoes, but a fire pit. Kind of cliche, but maybe I'll put a twist in there. Where, like, things I like to do with, this could be like the sundial fire pit, or put some kind of hidden message in the angles you cut. You do a horseshoe shaped fire pit made out of horseshoes that's like 5 feet wide. Wow. What's wrong with you? You see that? You get shooting lights again? You okay? Oh boy. Anyways. Can someone, my phone's on live, can someone tell me what smelting is? Is smelting when you melt glass or metal? I want to know. Someone Google it and tell me. All right. So, what do you do? Do you just chill with the fire pit in your garage? You got nothing better to do. I wish I could play GTA 5 online out here in my garage. It'd be fucking badass. Just have like an 80-inch TV, marking fools, blowing shit up. Should we weld something? Oh, I was gonna show you the rebar handle I made. So I thought about making rebar picture frames. I like cutting 45s for some reason. I know it sounds weird, but I cut these 45s in this rebar, and I made this nice handle out of rebar. Now I tell you what, rebar is not fun to cut. Even with my $600 cold saw, cutting rebar is a freaking, it's hard. It must be tempered or heat treated. I don't know the difference. I should. I went to college for metal, but I didn't listen. My college experience was literally get as stoned as possible and stick weld with like a 70-12, 70-18, 60-14, 60-11, 60-10, 60-12 rods and just fucking torch metal. I've welded 2 1-inch plates together with a like 37 weld pass, fillet weld, or what the hell do they call that? I don't know if it's a fillet weld. I think all welds are a fillet weld. Or a fillet weld is when there's a gap between the 2 plates and there's a root pass. But like for instance, this was too thick for my 110-volt welder, and this needed to be ground down to have better penetration. Because what happened was when I welded this, one of these ears kind of turned a little bit from the heat, and because my tack weld wasn't strong enough. And when I straightened it out, when I made this all nice and 90 again, there was a crack on the weld on the tip of this 45 from pushing down on this edge. So I had to re-weld it and re-grind it. And I like to grind my signature is when you see a flat band across my weld, that's my weld. See how I have a flat, big old 1/4-inch swap? And then what I do is I take like a 200, what is it, 120, that flap wheel? I think it's a 120, and I just hit it with a flap wheel to get that burr off the edge of this, and that makes a really nice looking finished product. And so what I thought of doing was making like rebar toilet paper holders, rebar picture frames, because what I could do is make this like 4 times as thick and then just make it a picture frame and then put a kickstand in the back and sell it for $50 on Marketplace for the country folks. And then another thing I wanted to do was a rebar, no, was it a chainsaw chain? I don't know if I can weld chainsaw chain. I don't know what metal that is yet, but what did I want to wrap it around? I wanted to do a chainsaw chain. I can't remember what the heck I was going to make now. Oh, I was going to take chainsaw chain and make it in the shape of organ and weld it stiff, and then somehow either incorporate some wood, inset that into wood, and make like a charcuterie board or like something, a cutting board. But it had to be a new chain, and I wanted to kind of cut it up, maybe make it look weird. But yeah, so this was a project for my tractor. You can't see it, it's right behind. Oh my god, I thought my tractor was gone. It was completely gone. Look at that. Some people steal tractors, man. You never know. That truck delivers firewood, right? That truck full is 1 cord. So what I want to do is make a divider in the middle. So when I have a half cord, I'm measuring correctly. So what I'm going to make is a little fence with feet on it and then these will be on the top of the fence. So I put it in my truck like this. I'll have 2 of these, and then I can grab it with my forks and set it in the back of the bed. So forks will go in here. The forks are about as wide as my hand. So I did pretty good. Then we'll make a rectangle out of square angle iron, put wire mesh in it, expanded steel. Well, I call it wire mesh. It's called expanded steel. But this was fun to make. All this shit. The fun part is seeing how accurate you can get things 90. Like when you don't have a lot of tools or a lot of layout ability, to get these 45s perfectly 90 from each other so that the material doesn't spin when you flip it around, and then to get these perfectly 45 too, and the same length by, I'd say, a 32nd or so is my tolerance on these. If not, maybe more. Nah, I'd say a 32nd. Then make sure it's 90 to each other, every which direction that there is a 90. Very easy to get out of 90 on these. It was fun. I gotta make the other one. This one's actually still not perfect. You can kind of see right there. You put those 2 planes together. It's good enough for the project I needed. So look at this porosity in this weld. Porosity. Get in that fucking focus. Look at that porosity. Bubbly. It was a rust. Papa Lapa Doo. Shut up. I want to see a big fat weld. Ugh. Ugh. Or it's a handle, kind of a universal handle. I studied several handles around here, like on my welder, on my tractor. Where was the other handles? Can't remember where else. I saw some handles, and I looked at how deep that was. See that knuckle rotation through the handle? So when there's something here, this one you almost can hit your knuckle, but you won't if you're picking this way. So you won't roll your knuckle into it. See that? That's really important when you're designing a handle. You want to have a lot of room, unless it's something really light that requires like a different type of grip. I forgot what I'm going to show you. Yeah, like this could be a handle for this fire pit. I could put like 4 handles around it for people to pick it up. It could be a step, something you weld on and then it's to step on. It could be like, let's go over to my truck and I'll show you. Wow. I was going to show you that fat weld. I was like, why did I have it in my hand? Check out this fat weld. It's not a bad weld. I haven't welded in 10 years. The top one's better. So this top one here, I did a root pass, even though it's just an open field in a 90. I did this, and then I did this over the top, and that's just a back and forth, left to right oscillation while you're going down. And then the bottom one, I tried to do an oscillating while going left and right, and it didn't really work out, and I started blind, and it was a fun weld. It was a fun practice. That's my little practice plate where I just zap when I'm warming up the welder. But look at this beauty. Look at this beautiful piece of metal I found out of the junkyard. I gotta be careful with this bad spot on it. Here. This is what loggers would use to run down a lead cable down the hill. And then it has these 4 lines on it that's all hard connected and welded. If you've never seen, that's dangerous there. Those things hurt like a bastard. These like little pokies right here, they go in your skin. Feels like you get like adrenaline. Then these on the end would get 4 chokers, and they would grab logs and yank them up the hill with this. And these, my mechanic was here the other day, and he asked me what these were or how they make these. See these eyelets here? How it's the cable goes around and then into itself. I'm sure these are steel, steel braided, steel coupled, and a steel eyelet. They put the eyelet in there, and then it's a 3-jaw press that starts from large, medium to small. That presses these. You press it and then put it into the medium, press it, put it in the small, and press it, and it makes a tensile testing compression fit. Where you can see right here is the end of that cable, and I'm sure there's a way that they lay it in there maybe to like get even pressure the way the braid is in there. There's a place in my town called Ben Rigging Supply that makes these. Now this is an old cable. I'll show you this. I'll flip the camera around. That I found at a metal scrapyard. Like you wouldn't use that in real life anymore, obviously. That was at a junkyard, so I'm gonna take that maybe drape it onto a fire pit and weld it all in place as a top kind of net to protect people from falling in it, and embers. Because what I've noticed a lot on public use fireplaces is, see, if I do that, make it stand up, and I can weld some mesh in between it. You got to make a fire pit that people can't fall in. Because where are a lot of fire pits are at brew pubs. What do people do at brew pubs? They drink alcohol. What happens when you drink alcohol? You lose your balance. What happens when you drink alcohol and you lose your balance in slightly dark or not completely dark environments? You fall in fire pits. Or when you... So I don't have to have... The liability's not on me because I'm selling the fire pit to the person. It's not even on my property. So if they drink their alcohol and fall in their fire pit they bought from me, I'm good. But you have to obviously put a cage on top or some kind of lid, so that's impossible to fall in. From what I've gathered, that's a common theme about fire pits in public places. There's a firewood making machine, and I would feel the same way if I had kids or if I owned a business. Could even be by law, because I've noticed that no matter what, there's almost no, well, with the exception of the solo stove. The solo stove I've seen at hotels without a lid. Now, if you can't fall in the medium and small solo stove, but you can fall in the large solo stove. But the funny thing is the large solo stove is, I think $600, $700. The large solo stove is huge. It's like 3 feet wide and it's like $700, and it's kind of dumb because it's like it's so big that you'd have to put so much fucking wood in it that it'd be so hot and raging that you wouldn't even want to sit by it anymore. And it's kind of, look, usually when you're sitting by a fire pit and the fire pit is making the moment with the company, it's not about the fire pit. So the fire pit might be cool and be talked about for a minute, but it's not about the fire pit. It's about the it's about what the fire pit brings. And I don't want people to be like oohing and ahhing about my fire pit. I want them to enjoy themselves too, so I can't make it too cool, right? I'm just kidding. So what I wanted to do, this looks wicked. What I wanted to do, I don't think I'm going to do it anymore because my blade will probably break. I wanted to cut this at, how do I show you this? A 45. And then get all those ripples in there. Like, look at this piece I cut that had all the bends in it. And then it's got all the bends. I cut it right at 45. Bisection, or like a cross section, or like sectioning out something, to me is super, super cool to me. So I saved these pieces here with these cool old fittings and stuff to do legs. When I flip it over, these are going to be the feet that hold this off the ground. If I decide to do that, I might not. I might just cut these like real short past the weld and use these as little stubs to bring it off the ground like 4 inches so it gets a little ground air. But from what I've gathered, people that buy fire pits for $2,000 to $4,000, they don't give a fuck about the airflow or how hot it is or what metal it's made out of or anything. They care about if it's their palette that fits their environment or their restaurant, and if they can afford it, I guess. I don't know. Like this one's gonna be huge. Look how big. That's 16-inch firewood, and it's another 18 inches to the edge of the fucking fire pit over there, and another 18 inches over here. So theoretically, that's just gonna burn and waft up, and it's gonna really, I don't know how it's gonna work. It could not work very well. So the next step is gonna be to take that ring on the floor, put it on my table, and spot weld it so it's stiff, flush up the clutch plate. This is literally, I don't know if I'm going to use this. I really don't want to, but it's a good filler and it's a good base for the fire to bake on. My mechanic thought it was a great idea to retain heat, and it's so thick it will never have any issues. Then I'll flush that up and level that. Put that expanded metal on there. Where did that go? I got a bunch of pieces of this expanded metal that's literally like industrial floor strength or stair tread strength. Put that all down in the middle so it's nice and easy to scoop ash. That's going to fill in with ash and disappear after they burn for months. But then after that, my goal was to wire mesh the whole bowl. And then they can just burn however big of a fire they want. If they want to have a little fire for 5 people, they can burn like a little fire like I showed you. Just like this is enough for 2 people chilling right by it, and it's the same heat. It's perfect for heat because it's open like that. And then if you want to freaking throw in 40 pieces in there and throw gas on it when you have a little party and you're doing freaking lines the size of bananas and drinking 40 gallons of tequila every hour because you're just American, and I'm making the fire pit for you. Coke addict, alcohol. That's going to be the versions of my fire pits. Coke addict, alcoholic, pothead, divorced, single mom. People be like, I got to buy the single mom fire pit because it's named for me. What I really want to do, I've been thinking about how to go big, because if you Google, check this out. If you Google the most expensive, do yourself a favor and Google the most expensive fire pit on Google, and you'll see like these crazy, stupid, easy $60,000 to $70,000 fire pits that are like, I don't know, they're not that big. They're customizable and they have like features you can put on and off of them, but it's odd. It's odd why they're 50 to 70 grand. Now, to me, you could sell a fire pit for $1 million fucking dollars because there's just so much money in the world that someone will pay for it. Now, are you going to sit on it for a year to 10 years? Maybe. Are you never going to sell it? Maybe. Does that mean it's not worth $1 million? No. Does that mean it's worth $1 million? No. When it sells for the price it sells, it's worth that amount of money. If you sell $1 million fire pit for 100 grand, then it was worth 100 grand because it was worth what that person was paying for. End of story. Could it have been sold for more? Sure. Did it? No. What grit is this? 80? Z80? I don't know if it's a Z80 or just an 80, but I use a flap wheel that's 80 grit to knock down my welds after I hit them with a rough grinding wheel. But this is what I was thinking. To go big, instead of doing like, cool projects like this is cool and all.
And I'm repurposing pipe, like I'm repurposing this old pipe I found in my field, right? This is literally just a fun project for me because I bought a $600 chop saw and a $700 welder and put like, $300 in gas and a car and gloves and a hood, and I had all this metal and I needed, and then I broke my tractor, and then it came into play where I needed all the equipment I bought. What do you know? And I saved myself $150 that would have paid a welder down the street, which I've already paid for. And I went to college for welding, so it's all just played into itself. And check this out. So I get hyper when I get buzzed. But I thought, like, I love Avengers and Endgame and Thanos and Thor and stuff, all that. I think awesome, cool movies and stuff. And I thought that would be cool, is to build like like Thanos's glove on the ground, snapping. So like this would be the fire pit in here, and this would be like the cage that protects you from falling in it, and then this would sit on the ground, and then like the pinky and the ring finger would be benches to sit on, and the fire's right here, and then maybe this would be a bench, and it's gonna weigh like 4,000 pounds or more. And it's gonna be pretty big, like a 3-foot fire ring, and it's gonna be Thanos's finger about to snap, and it would be called like the Thanos pit. I don't know, or Thanos on fire. Thanos is gay and dead, and I made a fire pit in his name. That was quite the bike that just drove by. It's crazy how I have the least followers on YouTube. I got like 8,000 on TikTok, 20K on Facebook, 23K on Instagram, and 1,000 here. And you guys have the best lives. I love YouTube lives. I don't get it. Like TikTok and the other ones can be fun too and stuff, but it's just so much different. You guys are a good crowd. Look at that sky right now. Oh. If you're wondering, I live in Central Oregon. No, you ain't gonna come and kidnap me or burn my house down. Old Jeep. That's the flywheel. That flywheel under there. That flywheel is the from the Jeep. If you don't believe me, watch. Look what's gonna happen. Crankshaft. There's all the stuff in the back right there. We gotta get this little baby rolling in the next week. There's my old clutch. Oh, it's so sad. I want to whack that shifter again. Good old pistol grip. I got the pistol grip. It's my favorite shifter. Those old Duratrack tires. Oh my god. I love my old stock Jeep. I've had it for 20 years now, I think. Branson. People think I'm spoiled, but no. Trust me, even with help and money and success, it's a struggle. Check to check, baby. People can make $1 million a day and spend $2. It's a struggle. Yes. Is that stupid? Yes. Is it still a struggle? Yes. Can they do better? Yes. Is it still a struggle? Yes. So what I'm worried about right now is I barely have enough. Since this is going to be so big, I can't come in one more. It'd be too tight. I'm barely going to have enough to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 more 5 stacks. And I get about 2.5, 3.5 feet. It takes 3.5 feet to do one. So that's like 1.5. That's maybe 2. So we got 3.5 in here. I might have to make them not all consistent and just use scraps. I got this rusty pipe that I could incorporate like 3 and stagger them. It was a beautiful day today. 85. Beautiful sunset. I'm very fortunate where I live. You guys want to see some white gold? This sawdust right here is white gold right here, baby. It's lightly contaminated with bar oil, but it's good stuff. You know anyone in Central Oregon that needs bark chips or sawdust? I have bags of sawdust right there. It's good for like cleaning up outdoor messes or oil spills in the garage, or like you could throw those bags right into a pot to fill up space and just put potting soil on top, and it would just like be perfect because that plastic would never biodegrade, or it would, and that chips in there would retain water real well. Got some little short logs for the next order of wood. Got the camper's wood over there. Some old rounds just drying out. Couple trailers over here. Big old rounds. So see, I got 1, 2 more 20 footers or so over here. That one's smashed. Ooh, that one's gonna make a cool look. How that's smashed right there. So what I'm thinking is I'll just incorporate some of those other shorties and funky ones. And I thought, so riddle me this. I thought for a moment that since I'm using irrigation pipe, this is ground irrigation pipe, sits on the ground, the kind you can drive over. Since I'm doing that for a fire pit, that makes the theme, right? Irrigation pipe. So what could I add to irrigation pipe that fits the theme? And I thought sprinkler heads. So I thought, how could I incorporate? But sprinkler heads usually aren't steel. I'm pretty sure they're copper or brass. Probably brass, because copper would be too expensive. So I want to see a dope tractor. Sorry, some girl commenting on my, some horny biatch commenting on my Instagram. Sorry about that. Well, I need to smoke about 700 more pounds of weed before I cut more of these, but I'm gonna cut. You guys are gonna hang out with me while I cut the rest of the pipe in here, and then we'll do the other 2 pipes tomorrow. Put you on. Hello. Hi, princess. I gotta go inside and grab an extension cord. Or I gotta go to my front porch. It must be high. Oh my gosh, this thing's so long. Whoa. I gotta be honest, I never ever would have expected me to do lives. That's crazy. I should make a video like that. How's the weather up there? What in the hell is this guy doing? Whoa. Wow. That's where you want to be. Yeah. That's good. We need to take this extension cord to the garage. I'm so tired of going back and forth for cords and shit in my garage. I have 2 outlets in my whole garage. It's terrible. Terribly not enough for what I'm doing now. We had a good live today. Thanks, guys. We had like 50 people in here earlier. It was crazy. You got one of those influencer thingies? Oh, the tripod that I'm on? Yeah. It's not a selfie stick like the cliche like back in the day. I'll show you. But this one's cool. I really like this stand a lot. It's like a tripod thing. But I was holding it up really high because this thing's really tall. This thing goes taller than me. Because if you make content, you know you can't get a high enough angle. The higher the angle, the better you look. So what, I need to hang this. Can you tell me, Leia, if the music sounds good, please? Does the music sound good? Nice jeans. These are Ariats. Can you tell me if the music? Can you hear the music? Can you hear the music? Can you hear the music? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hi, yeah, yeah. I think Kurt Cobain didn't know how to talk. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Such a headbanger. Damn, Kurt's going hard. Even dead, he still sings. Isn't that crazy? He's not even alive. He's still singing. Life is expensive. Life is expensive. We gotta go all the way over. Straighten this whole fucking thing out. What the hell? Oh, what just happened? I just dragged this through the dirt, now I just cleaned it with my hands. Weirdest fucking song I've ever heard. What the fuck is going on? This is a weird radio station. It's like the weird radio station.
Open up the window to the air and smoke a joint with God. Say, what the hell, man? These kind of songs crack me up. Use a Q-tip to wipe my butt. What the fuck? Alright, we got a wire going to the right of this one. Yes. Oh yeah. Now move back. Retention of self. Whoop. Slack. Use a slack to time on. Safe. Now we got a cable over here. They put the outlets in the weirdest spots here. Right. Starting with this one. Extension port head. Get it there. Relocating my extension port in here for this other side of my garage, so bear with me for a minute. Okay, time to chop some metal. Hey, did I show you the file pit? No, I didn't show you the file pit yet. I'm gonna show you the file pit, mate. You go see the file pit and then you'll be impressed. That's like the weirdest accent ever. I sound like the Geico's autistic brother. You don't know, mate. I'm a lizard. I'm a fucking lizard. I'm a gizzard. I'm a wizard.
I don't even know. I don't know anymore. Let's look at the fire pit. Flip around, you son of a bitch. Hi, Leia. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Spin for me. Spin. For me. Spin back. Smile. Brighter smile. Passion. More passion. More passion. I might have to use these in the design here. You might have to put like one of these in every weird spot. Oh shit. Hey. No tippy tappy. Just have it in. That's kind of cool. How the fuck are you so crooked? God, stay still. Come on. That was kind of cool. Mix it up. A little bit. Mosquitoes are starting to come out. I might have to go inside soon. But we can cut some right now. Quick. Quick. Ooh, that's cool. Let's save that. It's got a cool, like, worn out fitting on it. Oops, sorry, I gotta flip you all around. Stay away from the welds. Oh, this one broke. Well, got hit. I'm getting hungry. I sure wish I had a cute girlfriend or wife making me food inside. Wouldn't that be nice? I guess I'll just starve. I guess I'll just never eat. I'll just stay skinny and die. Goodbye. No one wants to make me dinner. I can't back out now. I gotta see how many more this is gonna make. So I might as well keep going. I just feel, I don't know why, but I have this like sense of remorse. Or is it remorse? Or like, I feel like I'm wasting this pipe for this project, but someone said it right. Like right after I started this project, they said, they're like, look, everyone overthinks a fire pit. And then the person that buys it isn't seeing their really gnawing over their fire pit. They just want to have a cool fire pit for have their friends over, have a little shindigger with their friends. You know, they're not like, oh my god, my fire pit is my life. Oh my god, you guys, come look at my fire pit. Unless they're a fire pit nerd, they can get out there. When it gets dusk like this,
The coyotes come out, so I gotta make sure my dog stays close because he ain't in no shape to be fighting off a pack of coyotes. They probably wouldn't get him. They could, but they probably wouldn't. But my rifle's pretty far away, so I'm sure love to shoot me a coyote. That sounds like awesome. Yes, please. You guys are right in my backyard. Okay, back up. Don't need that until the welding commences. Right here. Put all these old pieces over here. These might inspire me a little more to look at. Okay. Got eyes and ears. Always wear your safety gear, people. Please. Please, 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 please. Please, please, please. Look. I need to use this pipe. Don't go at the music again, please. My name is Dracula. I will suck your blood. Even your period blood. I will suck your period blood. Dracula. Dracula is paycheck to paycheck. Blood paycheck to blood paycheck. Even Dracula paycheck to paycheck. Yeah, that's enough of that. Friggin' weirdo. I don't know. You breathe in welding fumes and you hang out in the garage alone with your dog for 75 million years. It happens. Did you know that I made a handle? It's a handle. Got it? I got it handled. Fun. Laugh. Nose and ears and all the queers. Give it a quick little blast real quick. I don't like to use compressed air on metal shavings unless I need to get out of groove. I can't brush. For instance, when you're moving a back plate a lot, it gets shit that's in there, metal shavings and stuff. Forgot you were live. All right, here we go. Chop away. But I need to play some music in my headset. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. You guys are awesome. It's pretty good. Crank this down. Here we go. Ready for a smoke show? Hang in there. Oh, missed. We gotta go another, a little more. Now, I did want to do a fire pit like this, but it's going to take me another while before I have more money to do it because I want to cut rings like this. See how they're at a 45? And I want to polish them all till they're shining like a mirror and then stack them and make a cage out of them and do a fire pit like that would be nuts, but that's so many cuts. Then I want to call it the 10,000 cut fire pit because that's 2 cuts right there. To get one piece, you know, I need a lot. But imagine those stacked on each other. So it made like a web. Would be kind of cool. Okay, we got our 45. Now we gotta start with our tall one. So we're gonna go grab a tall boy over there.
Are we gonna measure? Oh. This isn't. Almost done, Dad. My dog's hungry. He's like, Tony, feed me! And then we're going to staircase down. This one can go back. Cut a 45. definitely the best position for the weld is almost perfectly 90 to the back. If you're cutting a cold rolled steel pipe that has a weld on it, these have a fucking gnarly weld. Fucking, like Andrew Tate says, fucking. This fucking weird accent. Look at this fucking ring, it's so cool. Ah, it's real. Ow, broke my teeth. Ah, turn it on. Fucking rocking out, dude. Mosquitoes are coming out. I gotta go. Let's cook me some food. Put me in a good mood. Okay, so now we're gonna step down from this one. So we're gonna come over here. Put this on the inside. Line these up by eye here. I'll never forget the time I was at Olive Garden with my mom and my family, my mom and dad and my brother, and the waitress was kind of cute, and she was eyeing me like freaking every cute girl does, you know. And my mom says, "Honey, she's nice." And I looked at her and I said, "Mom, I don't like nice girls. I like bitches." And my mom looks at my dad and says, "You're just like your father." That was a great fucking day. Okay. Yep. Double check. Shorter. Set my saw back to 90. Hella loose. Oops, stop trying to roll off. Tighten on this. It's tight. Ooh, that's really good. Oh, baby. That's the best one I've done yet. Check out this precision. Look at this precision. The precision right here. Oh. Make a guy come. Girls are like, I don't know why I can't get him to come. Guy cuts me off 5 comes. Sorry, man, I don't know. I'm just like, oh. I'm sorry, dude, I do that like this. If you're wondering, I'm listening to the Rise Again channel. You can type it in Spotify or Pandora or whatever app you use. This song right now, Give It All by Rise Against is like 2004, probably. So old. I listen to old ass music. That's not that old, but like, some of you probably weren't born yet then. You're brave enough. Comment when you were born. What year? I was born in '89. Dinosaur. I was born in 1889.
I'm 114,000 years old. Yeah. You comment what year you were born. Wolverine. Eyes and ears. Always weird. Fucking see. Tight back there, tight vice. Did it go in? Did it? No. Okay, we got it. I almost forgot to use this. Damn it. Who's after the next one? What happens? Look at this. He's just a little flat shelf. See that flat spot? Right there. Okay, so now we're going to make this one shorter. This is fun. I like cutting metal. There's a certain smell that Log's like, can we be done, Daddy? After this one, Log will be done. Thick pipe. It's a thick boy. It's a thick boy. Thick boy. He's thick. Look at that. Didn't exhaust. Three stroke. Three stroke. Carry the palm. What is this music? Well, this is brainwashing. It's a fire pit or fucking wall art. If that doesn't sell for a fire pit, I'm gonna hang it on the wall or something. I'm gonna shop or something. Throw fucking balls into it or something. What's that game where you roll the ball? What's that game where you roll the ball and it hits the ramp and goes into the hole at the arcade? I'm gonna make my own version, redneck. We're looking like a slob. Is it better like that or like that? Tell me. I'm gonna be a fucking model. We're gonna use this for fuck you. Pipe. Why is this rebar back here? Should we make another handle tonight? I need to make one more of these. Penis. Can't say that. Fuck. One more. Come on, keep going.
need to get a drum set. Anyone got a drum set they want to give me? I know I can learn pretty good probably. I got good rhythm. Let's see if this might work. This is how you cut metal by having. Get dizzy. I'm very heavy right now, if you didn't know. What is it? Nyctophilia? Nyctophilia, you thrive in the night? I definitely have that. I just learned that the other day. Put the weld in the bottom again. Damn it. Big, but nothing was working. Oh, we got a dent. Look at this character. Well, easy. Leave me. I like this song. Oh, I chipped the weld off. Holy cannoli. One more. One more lighting outside. You stay right there, bud. Oh yeah, let me see if that would work. Let me see if this will work. Oh, that's just high enough. If I just cut a 45 in this, that'll work. No pieces suck, but we're good. Oh no, that's not gonna work. No. Fuck. I'm one hungry boy. Okay, let's get you up and close. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Whoa. Nope, not OnlyFans yet. It comes later tonight. Nope, he was on the bottom again. Come on. Came out and go on the bottom. It's gotta be the back. Actually, that back third fulcrum, where it's in that pocket. I don't know if fulcrum, I need to look at what fulcrum means again. Or, I thought it was. Oh, I wish they would play that song right now.
If I feel like dancing, I wish I knew what he said. It doesn't matter, it's a cool song. And I'm easy. Play that all. Want you there to fool the world. Along the way, yeah. Oh, it's tight as fuck. Who tightened this thing? God, it must be so strong. Ooh, it does auto roll in? That's cool. I didn't know that. The small one always does that. It's so perfect. Ooh, look at that little burr. So in college, they had us look at these burrs under a microscope, and they are absolutely stunning. The way that these burrs, the edges of these burrs, why they're so sharp and so dangerous to pull off by hand right now, that's still warm. The reason that it's so important not to pull these up by hand is because that serration on the edge of this, on that burr, is very similar to the edge of a snowflake or a serrated knife. Chips, the chips that are made from the kerf, that kerf cutting out the metal is absolutely amazing. When you look at that chip, that curl, that C that one tooth takes out, it takes just a little scoop out, has such an interesting matrix about it. And so the way you take those off, you get a little chainsaw and you just cut the burr right off. Make sure you get your hand right up next to the burr and get full wrap on the chainsaw, and then insert Beirut explosion. Kidding, you take a pair of pliers. I don't usually use dikes, and I don't cut it off. I bend it until it breaks off. Oh, I should have cut that one off because that one broke dumb. These pliers, these dikes are bad to use. They influenced it, but that's gonna go in there. And then this 5 stack here is complete. I gotta go inside and feed my dog, and I gotta eat. So that wraps up the live, but we can take this over to the fire pit and show another one. I technically need to break this off. This isn't young anymore. No, that's not going to come off. it's coming together. It's taking forever. Isn't that cool? The goal is to completely do a full circle of that all the way around and then put that expanded metal in there into fire pit. What's going on right now? What happened? What did you show up? Was some crazy shit going down? Was that being weird? He got here and it was like the guy was fucking going crazy. Well, let's show you. So I had a bunch of old steel ground pipe, like wheel lines, but they go on the ground with those fittings. So I chopped them all up and I'm making a fire pit out of them. Cheek Lizzie. You're probably not even here anymore. Just talking to the wind. It's dark, bro. I need to go inside. I got mosquitoes. All right, well, thanks guys for joining. It was a great live. We were on here for like 2 hours. I plan on going live a lot more. And this Hall of Mirrors right here. I usually do like TikTok, Instagram, and then I end on YouTube. So same name on all the apps. Same live pretty much. Yeah. Thanks guys. You have a good evening. Go do something productive. Eat healthy food. Play video games. Smoke something. Good night.